All right, let's get real about what's happening with Bitcoin in 2025, because the numbers are staggering and the story is crystal clear. Wall Street, led by BlackRock, has hijacked the so-called people's currency and turned it into another tool for the rich to get richer, while everyday folks are left with crumbs. First, the hard facts. BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust now holds a jaw-dropping 662,707 Bitcoin as of June 6, 2025. That's over $69.9 billion in value, and it represents more than 3.1% of the entire 21 million Bitcoin supply, controlled by a single Wall Street juggernaut. Just think about that for a second. One company with $9.2 trillion in assets under management now owns a chunk of Bitcoin so massive it dwarfs the holdings of most countries. And it's not just BlackRock. The entire institutional sector has been on a buying spree, with institutional buyers increasing their Bitcoin holdings by 417,000 BTC just in 2025 alone. Goldman Sachs, another Wall Street titan, has ramped up its iBit holdings by 28% this year, now controlling $1.4 billion worth of shares and leading international investment in the fund. Meanwhile, iBit has seen a record-breaking 20-day streak of net inflows, pulling in over $5 billion in just under a month, while all US-count spot Bitcoin ETFs combined now hold over $121 billion in net asset value, the highest ever. Let's not forget, BlackRock's ETF isn't just a passive holding. It's the fastest-growing ETF in history, topping every US ETF launch ever, and it's now a staple in BlackRock's model portfolios. The preset investment plans pitch to regular investors as a safe, diversified bet. Translation: BlackRock is funneling more and more ordinary people's retirement savings into Bitcoin, all while consolidating its grip on the supply. And what about the promise of decentralization? It's a joke. The top 1% of entities control the vast majority of Bitcoin, and the increase in wallets is just smoke and mirrors. Institutions splitting up their stash across thousands of addresses to look less greedy while hoarding even more. The wealth is still concentrated, just harder to spot. Meanwhile, the regulatory environment is being tailored for these giants. The SEC greenlit spot Bitcoin ETFs, opening the floodgates for Wall Street to dominate the market. And while retail investors are left to navigate scams and wild volatility, over $9.3 billion lost to crypto fraud in 2024 alone. Institutions like BlackRock and Goldman Sachs are shielded by their scale and influence. So let's call it what it is. Bitcoin, once pitched as a revolution for the people, has become a Wall Street asset class, dominated by the very forces it was supposed to disrupt. BlackRock is the house, and the house always wins. Every time you buy into the hype, you're not sticking it to the system. You're helping the richest asset manager on Earth tighten its grip on the future of money. The ugly truth? The revolution got bought out. And unless you're in the top 1%, you're just another mark at the table.